So, Clandle, you've been asked to answer 22 questions. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. There's about 100 maybe people who have done 22 questions. And I think sort of 75 of them have tagged me as the person to do it next. So I felt like I should. I don't know if that means I have to answer them 75 times or
Yeah,
if we
it
can
does.
just go for 22.
Yeah.
It's going to be sorry guys, it's going to be a long recording session.
It's going to be very long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So have you guys been tagged as well then?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean, since we're all standing here and recording, maybe we could do them together.
Well, that's just a
What
crazy
a concept!
idea.
What a concept!
What an idea, eh?
Wow. If only
It's
we
almost-
thought to arrange this in advance.
If only, yeah. It's as if we thought of it already.
Yeah.
Right. So if we're going to do this, how do we decide who goes first?
I've got an interesting, slightly old-fashioned notion.
Okay.
Hoop and a stick, or
We have a peeing contest.
We have
sure.
rock, paper, scissors.
Hey.
There we go.
Brilliant.
That seems easy. So,
And as if by magic, I seem to have all the materials for this in my inventory.
okay, I've chosen mine.
One,
too.
2, 3, go.
Oh, what? What are the odds?
Okay.
Somebody in the comments, tell me what are the odds. Okay.
What are the odds? Yeah.
Okay. Right.
And it's going to look like now with the build up to this, it's going to look like we did that on purpose as well.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
That's doesn't help at all.
This also doesn't help. Okay.
This is going to be a full episode. No, we can do this. Do it again.
Yeah, we
Ready?
can do it. One more time.
Ready?
One more time.
1, 2, 3,
Go. Oh, it's we got a winner.
So
We got 2 winners.
So
It's me
I'm
and you
eliminated, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So that means Pix isn't allowed to.
Yeah. Okay. So we face the other way.
Yeah.
And
ready?
1, 2, 3, go. Oh,
Yeah!
you win.
Hey.
Right. So you get to
what
beat
does
us.
this mean?
I
Wait,
think
did
we
decide?
ask him questions first. I think.
Right,
Any
okay.
questions? Okay, so 22 questions. Right. So should we get on and ask the questions then?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go over here and do it.
Hi everyone, welcome to this thing. I believe Kaine and Clandlewood are asking me some questions that they've also been asked over on their channels. So if you want to go ahead and visit those to get some kind of context for any of this and to see it in the right order, I think it was Clandle first and then Kaine. But for now, I think we should fire away with the questions.
What is your name?
My name is Jonathan.
What's the story behind your username? What's your favourite colour? Tea or
What's
coffee?
the airspeed velocity of a coconut laden swallow?
African or European?
I don't know that.
No, sorry.
We're doing this. We're stealing comedy again.
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
Let's go. Okay, let's start again. What is your name?
My name is Jonathan. I've been going by Johnny since I was about 11, so most people call me that now.
What happened? At
I
the
mean,
age
I've
of
been
11?
calling you Jeff all this time.
Well, I didn't want to say anything, but
Did you have a traumatic experience that made you take up Johnny instead of Jonathan, or?
no, it was just what I wanted to be called. Johnny was cooler. All of the kind of the hip guys in movies were called. You can probably tell from the fact that I'm saying hip guys in movies that
Johnny Bravo.
I was born in the 80s.
Basically, only watched Short Circuit.
Pretty much, yes. No, to be honest, Short Circuit was one of my favourite films.
Yeah.
So
it can't have not been anyone's favourite film in the 80s, surely.
no, definitely.
Except for Back to the Future, of course.
Sorry to be the young guy here, but what the hell's that?
Oh, dear. Never mind.
Short Circuit was a film involving a robot called Johnny, and he was
There you go.
alive. That's all you need to know. That's context
I can't
enough.
wait to watch
Yeah.
it.
He was
Oh.
number 5.
He was number 5.
Mambo number 5, or just?
Right, next time you're in Brighton, you're watching Short Circuit around my house.
Right, okay.
And Short Circuit 2.
It's a date.
Right. Now,
It's a good job we're not in a relationship.
yes.
Question number 2.
Yes. Are you asking it or am I?
You are definitely asking number 2.
Okay. What is the story behind your username?
Amori. Oh.
The story behind my username is that it's basically just something I invented for Minecraft. The riffs part kind of comes from Wikiriffs, which is an old YouTube project I did where I took a random article from Wikipedia every week and wrote a song about it.
Which I still think is the best idea ever. Just
Yeah.
saying.
It never really took off. It had like a tiny following of
I would argue that. I think it did take off very well.
Well, it took off and then
Well,
landed again very quickly each week.
Let's debate how successful it was.
There were particularly good weeks where the videos were made by someone much more talented. But
Well,
I see.
I had a little bit of assistance and some much better equipment for a while, and then I moved out of Kaine's house.
yeah, I'd actually totally forgotten that you lived with me at that point.
Yeah, I did. That was a
Wow.
fun time. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um,
I just thought there was a stranger in the spare room, you know.
But yeah, so the riffs thing came from there, and then Pixel was just something vaguely Minecrafty sounding, and I guess because I make kind of chiptune-y music when I have the time, I figured that was vaguely appropriate to that. And yeah, I smushed the two together, and it was available on all social networks I wanted to claim it on, so it seemed like the thing to do.
Yeah.
Good, so it was available on Bebo.
It was. I've used Bebo quite a lot.
And MySpace.
Yeah. Main marketing platform.
Yes, I've used Bebo quite a lot more than anybody else ever did, which is to say I've looked at it, acknowledged its presence, and then gone away again.
Yeah.
Are you still friends with Tom?
That's MySpace, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a musician, you must have had a MySpace.
I had a MySpace, but it was for some kind of weird stand-up comedy project thing I was doing when I was at university, and that didn't go very well.
So did it land as well?
I think it's best we move on to the next question before I'm asked to explain how I failed at stand-up comedy.
I want you to give us a routine.
That's possibly the worst thing you can ever ask a comedian as well.
I know.
Tell us a
Tell
joke.
Tell us a joke.
Be funny this instance.
I have this one joke which I can tell on camera because I'm not entirely ashamed of it.
Okay.
But it does involve some prior knowledge of the band REM.
Okay.
I know of them.
You're aware of
That's
them.
probably not
You're aware that they've done a song.
They're the ones that push an elephant up the stairs.
They're the ones that push an elephant up the stairs. They're the ones who lose their religion in corners.
They're in the corner, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so Michael Stipe is holding a party, and two of his friends turn up. One of them goes, "Where's Mike?" And the other one goes, "That's him in the corner."
Oh, but can we add a badum?
Yeah.
Very nice.
I was going to do it.
I've got a whole library of those. I'll add one.
Were they left over from your stand-up routine?
That joke was not part of the stand-up routine, and for very good reason.
The first thing before we started making Minecraft videos was to download like 30 of these badum sounds.
I'm going to be needing these.
I think I've actually used one in one of my videos a long time ago.
Wow.
There you go. Go find that. That's your task.
So, what's the next one?
There we go.
Yeah, you two are supposed to be asking me questions.
Oh yeah. What is the next question?
What is your favourite colour?
What is your favourite colour?
I see. With this one, a while ago at work, I asserted that nobody has a favourite colour once they're an adult. And then all of my work colleagues went, "Oh no, mine's grey. I really like yellow." And I kind of went, "Oh, apparently it's just me then." So since then, I've decided that I don't work with children, and so I figured I would think long and hard about it, and I can't really decide. I think it's probably either blue or red, and my Minecraft outfit is kind of blue. And that was the weirdest advance on somebody. Yeah, Minecraft's outfit is kind of blue, but I wear red quite a lot. I've got quite a nice red jumper that I wear. So yeah, I figure red or blue. They're pretty solid choices. They're
considering we both went for blue. Let's say red.
I'll go with red for variety.
Red.
I'll stand by this poppy and pretend I really like it.
My second favourite's orange. Do you want me to retrospectively change mine?
If only there was a nice big city nearby that you could enjoy because of its orangeness. Goodness.
Yeah, that's kind of a dull orange though. It's not like vibrant.
Yeah. I'll probably just
lovely.
tear it down then.
It's lovely. I like it.
Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. No
you're
point.
not tearing down my Apple store.
It's dull. Yeah, no, I haven't. I've just seen it. I've not seen it on camera yet. So.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. That's probably already happened by the time this is
Don't
old
worry.
news. Old news, Clandle. Move on. Get with the program.
Right, next one. Tea or coffee? I guessed that. Is that the next question?
Yeah,
That is the next question.
Nice.
Good guess. I'm definitely a tea drinker. I will drink coffee, but it has to be like Starbucks
Forced
kind of
upon you.
coffee that's full of unhealthy stuff. Like it's got way too much milk and sugar in. So that's the kind of coffee I prefer. I will drink tea with milk and no sugar, please.
Oh, hang on. Am I making you a tea?
Well, you can if you like. No, I think it's a social thing. I started drinking tea when I started full-time work.
Yeah.
So it's
a lot
one of those
people
things.
say that,
It's one of those things you just kind of pick up and you're like, well, I'll have to do this because everybody else does. And yeah, I quite like tea. It's an excuse to have biscuits as well, which is one of the most important things about tea for me.
Oh, I didn't need an excuse to have biscuits.
I was only introduced to dunking, or not introduced to it, like a year ago, and it's revolutionised my life completely. It's changed the way I live. And also, I like the way that the peer pressure changes between university and work. Yeah. That people at university are like peer pressured into drinking alcohol, and then you get to work, and it's like peer pressured into drinking tea. It's like, well, everyone else is doing it. I must do it. I'll be the odd one out. Hello.
Hello. I just came to
inspecting the place. No,
yeah.
Nice. So there you go. He's a teaist.
I'm a teaist through and through.
And this teaist we are speaking of, does he have any freckles?
Is he a freckly teaist?
I'm not a freckly teaist. I've.
It's like a religion.
I'm a seventh Sunday freckly teaist.
We meet on the second Wednesday of every month.
Yes. No, I've never had freckles. Again, like a few people, I have sort of the odd mole here and there, the odd sort of like little brown spot on my arms here or there, but I don't have face freckles.
What's particularly odd about your moles?
It's a perfect map of the London Underground.
Isn't that Dumbledore?
Yeah, I was wondering if you'd get that.
I'm fairly certain Dumbledore has one of those, but yes.
I love that.
Yes, I do like that about him. He's a resourceful man.
He just carved it into himself. So there you go.
Do you ever dance even when there's no music playing?
I love this question because I absolutely do. It's one of those things where like if I've just got an idle moment, I'm in the kitchen, I'm waiting for something to cook, or I've got like the kettle on for a cup of tea, I always just start doing this gentle like boogie to myself. And I would definitely not call myself a dancer, nobody would. But
You're a dancer.
Well, that's ruined the trend. Thanks, Clandlewood.
No.
But yeah, no, I definitely dance when nobody's looking, when there are people looking sometimes. And yeah, it's something me and my wife do as well. Oh, I've ruined that question for later.
Oh no, your first wife. Your first wife.
Me and my first wife. Yes. Am I ruining this? I'm probably going to take those off again. I'm slabbing things at random now just for something to do.
I've worked for a long time on this structure, and you just.
Yeah, well, I can see the effort that's gone into it. That's why I removed my vandalism.
I think so too.
I'll take it over here.
Right. What is your usual bedtime?
Varies. On a work night, I'd say probably I'll try and be in bed by 11. Because I try and be sensible, and I do have to get up for work in the next morning. But yeah, weekends I tend to do sort of whatever time suits me really. Mostly kind of between 12 and 1 is the time that I feel like is sensible. But you know, I'll stay up playing Minecraft or watching TV or doing whatever.
Okay.
There we go. Interesting.
Yeah.
Quite.
Playing the old Minecraft.
I shall answer the next question, shall I?
Yeah. I should.
I'll do that. Are you lazy?
See, this is a difficult one for me because I kind of think I am lazy because I take a while to get around to stuff that people want me to do. But if it's something I want to do, then usually I'll just go for it. So it kind
Speaking of which, actually, I asked you.
I was going to say, yeah.
that
T-shirt you're fixing of mine.
I should really get on with those. But yeah, no, I procrastinate when it comes to stuff other people want me to do. But if it's something I want to do, then I'm on it.
Yeah, so that's basically proving Clandle's thing.
Yes,
positive.
it's all about values.
Yeah.
Go over to Clandle's channel to hear about values.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we talk about on my channel. The moralistic channel.
It's informative and educational.
Find out why you're a terrible person on the Moral Channel.
But yeah,
I'm sure you are. We just don't know why.
I usually get up in the morning quite early as well. Like even when I don't strictly need to, I'll get up quite early on a weekend because there's stuff I want to do with my day. So I don't like sort of staying in bed for super long, but sometimes I'm just generally a bit lazy about doing stuff.
There you go. There you have your answer, people. For all of you who've been bugging Pixel with that question for so long.
Yeah, I know. All those people who are like, "Are you lazy? We need to know."
We need to know.
The people demand facts.
And speaking of facts, as a segue, what was your first concert?
Now I'm interested in this answer because there's you who's absolutely not a muso, Clandle. There's me who pretends to be a muso, and then there's Pix who actually properly is a proper muso.
Well,
so I want to see how the answers differ.
However, also, I'm slightly, I don't know if you picked up on this, that you should be offended, because he said, I'm actually interested in this answer, which seems to indicate that everything
all the
else
others are pretty dull, you know.
I couldn't care less about.
I used to live with the guy and totally remember doing so. So, you know, I know all of these answers.
Everything else you said has been just a blur to me.
It's all right, yeah.
So what is it? What's the interesting answer?
Right, so I think my first proper like rock concert style concert was a bunch of solo guitarists who people will know if they're into solo guitar music, but is complete gibberish to everybody else. Their names were Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, and Robert Fripp. Robert Fripp has a fantastic name.
You lost me after the first two.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, I was big into solo guitar music when I was younger and learning to play the guitar. Because I wanted to be like them, and since then I have chilled out a little bit, and I've been to a bunch of concerts when I was a student, but that was definitely the first proper one, aside from like, you know, wind orchestra concerts that my school did and stuff like that, you know.
You know, the odd Jason Donovan one.
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
you know, the Gibbons.
Kane's mum wanted to go, his sister wanted to go. I just
you were living with him.
Happened to be in the vicinity at the time.
Yeah, why not? You know, if Jason Donovan's around, why not?
Yeah. For the context of that joke, go and watch Kane's video.
My video. And then you'll see that is actually funny.
Yes. Wasn't funny when I told it.
If you were wondering.
Can you curl your tongue?
I can curl my tongue laterally, so I can do the kind of the U shape, the one everyone else calls a taco, which we have no cultural context for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. I can't do any other kind of folding. I know that there are people who can do all sorts of like weird W shapes, and they can fold their tongue backwards into their mouth and stuff. I can't do any of that. Just basic taco for me.
Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, most people, well, a lot of people, I don't think can even do that. So
yes, I can raise my eyebrows independently of each other as well, which I know isn't part of the question, but that's another thing that people kind of
showing off now.
Yeah. Here is a list of my talents. If you'd like to see more of them,
I can do that as well. That's good fun.
Can you rub your tummy and pat your head?
I can. It takes me a couple of goes. That's the thing. It's always like you've got to warm up to that one, but yeah, no, it's.
Are you now trying it, Kane?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
You can tell he's just standing still.
Yeah.
Can you rub your head and pat your tummy?
Yeah.
A bit stranger, but you know.
Yeah, that's all right. There's a girl at work who can't wink.
She can't wink. Wow.
Can she sleep?
No, she can close her eyes. She can blink, but she can't wink.
Can't do one at a time.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very odd.
So what does she do if she wants to seduce someone? I'm guessing she must be single.
She basically looks like Anne Robinson.
Oh, she will be single then.
Yeah.
She gets a piece of wire, like a fish wire, just attached to the corner of the eyelid.
She turns her head sideways and blinks, but when you can only see one of her eyes.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives the effect of blinking.
Blinking. So like it's
Winking.
imagining the blink.
Yeah.
No, hello up there. You're right.
Hi. I'm just having a go at the zombies out there.
Just wondering. All right, cool. So what's next? Hang on, I'll do this one. Do you miss anyone right now?
Hang on, you didn't ask me that.
Didn't I?
No, we skipped that one in mine. Yeah.
We just assumed you missed me. So.
Yeah.
Was that made up for by me asking what your favourite drink was twice, or was that Clandle's video?
No, that was mine.
I've lost
mine.
all sense of continuity.
One of the two.
Yeah. Oh well. So yeah, do you miss anyone right now?
Difficult to say. I guess I always miss like family members, but it's so easy to keep in touch with people now that it's kind of. Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss this guy when he's gone, but he had to die.
I miss when you're gone.
Yeah, my mother-in-law, my wife's mother, is having a couple of health issues right now, so I kind of, want to send good vibes her way. So I miss them. I wish we could spend a little bit more time out there with them.
Out there being the other side of the large ocean next to our country.
Yes, the Americas.
Next to the Americas Ocean. Good.
So-
Yeah. Next one.
What is your favourite band?
This one always goes back and forth, which is
Pendulum.
difficult. Yeah. That's a very good answer, and
That was a good joke, wasn't it? That was a proper joke.
And,
Yeah.
and actually not untrue for a while. I did really like Pendulum.
Yeah, Pendulum.
I think right now, OK Go's latest record, Hungry Ghosts, is fantastic.
Really? They are good. I do like them because they're the ones that are famous for doing the really incredible videos, aren't they?
Yes, they do fantastic music videos. But I think their music has always been top notch for me. And
I've always found that it's kind of what's the word, eclipsed by the videos though, because I've not really listened to their music, but I've followed the links to their videos, and I've always paid attention to the video, and I can never remember the song afterwards.
I was going to say a similar thing in that the last one I went to see was them doing that one in Japan where they're riding around with those little things.
Yeah.
And I was watching it thinking this is an amazing video, and then sort of halfway through I was like, I'm quite enjoying the song. I'd forgotten there was a song playing.
Never mind the video.
Yeah, so it was a good song.
On another note, if you like awesome videos, then go check out Walk Off the Earth because they're brilliant.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Clandlewood's channel, but never mind. Yeah.
And good music because they're very good musicians as well. But anyway, yeah.
It's very, very good musicians on Clandle's channel. Wonder who they could be.
Yeah, right now. Where is your best friend?
She's in the other room talking to her family, which you can probably hear in the background.
See,
but
that was the soppy answer I was trying to avoid. But
yes,
you've gone there.
I'm afraid
Someone's got to do it.
I'm a bit of a mush, and yeah, that's the wife. And yeah, it's kind of odd because like I almost treat
first wife.
my first wife. I kind of treat this question the same way I treat like the favorite color question, in that like, does anyone really have best friends when they're an adult? But then a lot of people do. So yeah, it's kind of difficult for me to kind of put my finger on any one person being my best friend other than my wife.
If you did that, they probably wouldn't like you anymore.
Yes, exactly.
So put your finger on them.
I'd jinx it somehow, one way or the other.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Kaine, take it away.
Okay, let me just find where we are on the list. What time is it?
Metaphysically, metaphorically, no idea. It's 20 past 11.
20 past 11.
Yeah, how long have we
we've been doing this
for?
a while, haven't we?
Yeah, so go watch Clandle's video, find out what the time was.
Quite how long we've been recording.
Then watch my video, see what time it was then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Deary me.
Yes. Go on then, you're next.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm going to ask myself a couple of questions.
I mean, it's fairly redundant, this one, but are you in a relationship?
I am, yes.
Oh.
There you go then.
That's as interesting an answer as I can give to that one, I'm afraid.
Yeah. What shoe size are you?
Let me check.
Okay.
I can't remember where I put my shoes. Okay. I was going to give the full list because on the inside of this shoe, it's got a list of it's got a list of shoe sizes that I didn't even know the places existed in the first place. You know,
Nice.
This is my shoe size in Botswana and things. No,
What's your shoe size in Botswana? I wouldn't know.
I will have to tell you that off camera. But
oh, is it private?
Not that it's rude or anything. But
well, it's also his PIN code for his bank account. So.
That's a coincidence. Yeah.
I do.
Shoe size is 9,287.
I do keep that in my shoes. The pin code's mine. No, my English shoe size is I think a 9. My American shoe size is a 10. I think my Japanese shoe size was a 20.8 or something like that. So
Wow.
yeah, I've got some
nice Japanese fellas.
Wabaki.
Wow.
Wabaki. They're the things that you have to wear in like Japanese schools instead of the like plimsoll things that you have to wear instead of your shoes. Wabaki.
The more you know.
Yeah, see, I've watched Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. That's how I know that.
Tokyo Drift teaches you a lot, man. I wouldn't laugh at that.
It certainly does. It's my education, man.
You got a plane ticket anywhere in the world. You leave now. Where'd you go?
Can I have it?
No, you already asked this.
Already done that one. Okay.
Done that one.
He's still trying though. Fair play to him for still trying.
He's persistent.
Yes. No. I think with this one, kind of following up on wanting to go and spend a bit of time with the mother-in-law because she's not too well, and she'll be getting better. It's fine. It's not like she has anything terrible, but
dampening the mood of the video.
Yeah. They're also out in California, and California, like you said in your video, Clandle, is kind of it's a good ticket to get free. Yeah. Because it does cost quite a bit to get out to California, and there's a bunch of other places I want to go, and I know this is probably this is the world travel question. This is where would you go, sort of, if you had the chance. But yeah, a lot of those places I can get to under my own steam. That California, I could use the extra money. So
like a steam train.
Yeah, I think there are a few of those still operating in Europe. So I'll take a steam train if there is one. If it's a steam-powered plane, on the other hand, I'm a little bit more dubious. I've just flooded this bit.
Oh no.
I'll fix that. There we go.
Wrong.
Gonna have to do something fancy with that corner.
So, what song makes you the happiest?
I had a good think about this one before we started because I knew it was coming up, and I honestly couldn't think of anything. But then, I've flooded it again. This is going to be a bit of.
That's a Britney Spears song, isn't it?
Yeah. Oops, I flooded again. And I think, absolutely honestly, Emerald Hill Zone Act 1 from Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah, because that starts and you know you're playing the best game ever, and it really holds up. Like I listen to this without a shred of I'm making this up. I listen to the Sonic the Hedgehog soundtracks on a fairly regular basis, and maybe just because I write a bit of that kind of style of music myself, but I just really enjoy them. They're just so energetic and full of life and really, really funk inspired, a lot of them. And it was a toss up between that and Casino Night Zone, which is one of the best pieces of music ever written. But yeah, I think it has to be Emerald Hill.
But it comes second.
Yes, Emerald Hill absolutely takes it for me.
Cool.
And that's the answer you're getting.
No.
Indeed, it's the one we got. Right, Candle.
Alright, hang on. I should be prepared after all this time. So that was what makes you the happiest. So this is the Shuffly iPod one. It's first 6 when you press shuffle.
Yes. I'm, despite being a bit of a music fan, I'm also a technological Luddite when it comes to listening to music on the go. So I don't own an iPod. I have a CD player, which I will occasionally take around with me, and I'll listen to full albums. But if I shuffled one of those, you'd just get all of the tracks just in a different order, which wouldn't be as fun. So what I did instead was I shuffled the iTunes on my computer, and I listed the first 6 tracks on there, which were No One Knows by Queens of the Stone Age, which is a stonking record. Halfway There by Rise Against. I should also add that this is pretty much the music I listened to about 5 years ago, because that was the last time I loaded any music onto my iTunes from my CD collection. So yeah, Rise Against, who are a shouty punk band. Clint Eastwood by Gorillaz.
Nice.
Another good one. Unravel by a band called Ocean Size, who are no longer together, but they're from Manchester and made quite loud rock music, and yeah, they were good. I liked them. And yeah, Unravel is not the best track off that album, but it's a really great album.
Certainly one of the tracks on that album.
Yes,
it's one of the tracks on the album. Interesting.
Starlings by Elbow is number 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I have a funny story to tell about that one, because that was the music that was playing when myself and my missus were getting married, that was the music that was playing when everyone was going in and sitting down. And I encourage everyone to go and look up Starlings by Elbow on YouTube, because it starts off very, very quietly. And so the people in the town hall where we were getting married turned up the volume. And then at about 20 seconds in, there's this giant bow, and all like the trumpets and the brass come in. And my grandparents were there, who were they were both in their 80s.
And that was it for them.
And we were in the other room just kind of going over there, and this is the register, you have to sign this, and make sure you kind of do this correctly and so forth, and this is how you're going to sign.
Make sure you've got the right
way. Exactly, yeah. Making sure we had the right people on either end of the rings. And from the other room we just heard bah, and the sound of them frantically scrabbling to turn down the music, and it was just the funniest thing. We laughed so hard at that.
I forgot we'd invited Shaun the Sheep.
When you started off saying that, you're like, I'd encourage everyone to go and listen to it, but it sounded like you were going to say, I would encourage everyone to come and sit down at my wedding.
Yeah, I do.
Well, they can do that if they want to. They're a little late, but
I know.
they might still
People
be
are always
cake.
late.
Whose turn is it to ask a question?
Probably mine. I'll go for that. I don't think it is, but we'll go for that anyway. What's your favourite drink?
Any kind of fruit squash.
Oh,
And I'm probably going to have to explain the concept of squash to anybody who's American, because they generally haven't heard of it. But squash is kind of fruit cordial, I guess. And it's lovely. It's made with black currants and sunshine and various other fruit. Yeah. And it's probably been my favourite drink since I was a child, and I stand by that.
Sorry. This is on Pix's channel, so he has no idea that I just ran into Kaine pointing his arrow at me. Right. Your turn.
Oh, my turn. What is your desktop background?
On the PC, which I use to play Minecraft, it is one of the pictures that came with the computer. I think it's some kind of wharf in London somewhere. I'm really not sure. But it's a black and white thing that I can see the folders in front of. So I just used that. On my Mac, which I use to record all the sound and stuff, it's a damask wallpaper thing that I printed off. I nicked off Google, and I just tile it as my background, and it looks quite nice. But again, like I can't have like a really bright desktop background and something that's like a really busy picture. So I usually go for black and white stuff, and that's what I have.
Yeah.
Very nice.
There you go.
Cool. Last question then.
Last question.
I think you already know what that is.
Who do you want to do next?
Well, at this point, I don't think anybody on DV is left to be nominated.
Yeah.
So pretty much what I want to do is boost Clandle's numbers, because
Because he hasn't got enough yet.
Yeah, he hasn't been nominated nearly enough.
Yeah,
So
hardly
you're going
anyone.
to nominate me 3 times, are you?
So I'm gonna nominate Clandle. I'm gonna nominate Dr. Not Clandle.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna nominate the Mayor of Trevor.
Excellent.
Sounds good, yeah.
Well, they'll all be on it soon.
Yes. And
I'm excited to see Dr. Not Clandles, actually, because I still haven't met him yet.
No, not he's a very secretive fella.
Yeah.
Right, I think we're
There
done.
we go.
I think we're done
That's
with all the
66
questions.
over.
Yeah, 66. Wow.
My goodness, that was a bit of an epic for us. I mean, it's not going to be so bad for everyone watching.
Yeah,
They can have a break.
I'm utterly tired of both these guys. I'm fed up with them.
Yeah, we just basically spent a whole evening together now.
Yeah, can't be dealing with that. But yeah, thanks for watching Pix's episode at least, and hopefully the other two.
Right.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Ah.
Oh, sorry.